No matter what you're doing, don't worry. You won't be judged, but keep the videos on so that I feel encouraged. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam panghum langhayate girim yatkripatamaham vande paramananda madhavam Shri Chaitanyameshwaram Shri Gurum Dinataranam. Hare Krishna dear devotees, welcome. Today we are discussing from Srimad Bhagavatam, the first canto, 5th chapter, and we are supposed to be discussing 1.5.28, and we have now very clearly seen the progress that Narada has made. In such a short amount of time, by the association of these great souls, tremendous progress has been made by Narad Muni, Narad boy. He's not yet Muni, he's a boy right now, he's a young boy, so he's made tremendous progress, and the main reason is that association. Listening to Srimad Bhagavatam attentively, respectfully, joyfully in association. Alright, so let's continue our journey. Ittam sharat pravrishikan riturharer Vishranvato menu savam yashomalam Sankirtyamanam munibhir mahatmabhir Bhakti pravrittatma rajastamopaha. I want someone to read the translation. Somebody? Okay, Krishna Kumar Prabhu. Please read.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Thus, during 2 seasons, the rainy season and autumn, I had the opportunity to hear the great souled sages constantly chanting the unadulterated glories of Lord Hari. As the flow of my devotional service began, the coverings of the modes of passion and ignorance vanished.
Amazing. Thank you. So what is the word that really catches me here is constantly. This is our goal. Is we want to constantly chant. We want to constantly hear. Yesterday I was hearing a very amazing lecture by His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj. He was speaking from Ramayana, and he was mentioning that who was Dashrath and Kaushalya in the previous life. So many times saying, Prabhuji, it is Aditi and Kashyap. No, that's not correct. Yes, sometimes Aditi and Kashyap also get a chance to be Dashrath and Kaushalya. But one of the Kalpas, it was Swayambhu Manu and Shatarupa. So Swayambhu Manu and Shatarupa were born from Brahma, the first couple of this universe. And Brahmaji, he immediately he transferred the responsibility of the entire universe to him. And he ruled for quite some time. For a long time he ruled the universe. But later on he felt that I wasted my time. Of course, I served the Lord. I could get service to Lord, but I wasted my time by not being sufficiently Krishna conscious. And thus he left his kingdom, which was Barhishmati, Bittur Road, Kanpur, and he went to Naimisharanya, the place where the Bhagavatam is being spoken, the sages of Naimisharanya right now. And there he performed severe austerities. Thousands of years he would not eat. Thousands of years he would not breathe. That kind of austerities he performed. But one thing that kept happening was he constantly chanted the holy name. Yes. So this constant feature, this should be our goal. The purpose of us chanting is to somehow arrive at a point where we constantly chant. So what is being spoken here? Ittam, in this manner, Sharat Pravrikshu. Pravrishiko means Varsha. Sharat is autumn and Varsha is the rainy seasons. So these two seasons, each season is for 2 months. So 2 seasons, 2 months is equal to 4 months. So like this, Hare Vishrinvataha me. I constantly heard Harikatha. Anusavam. They recited constantly. Anusavam Yashamalam. They were constantly reciting the pastimes, and I was getting the opportunity and facility to constantly hear this pastime. Sankirtyamanam Munibihi. So these munis were performing Sankirtan, coming together and glorifying the Lord. Mahatma bihi bhakti pravrta. And thus their bhakti began to flow. So there was a flow of devotional service which flew from their heart to my heart, and then Rajatama Upaha. My Rajoguna and Tamoguna, the influence of more of passion and ignorance, the two lower leg pullers, the two modes that ended, right? That was finished. So thus this should be an aspiration. Whenever we get a chance we chant. And even if you go to Mayapur, Vrindavan, devotees have this culture. The hand is always inside the beat bag and constantly chanting, chanting. Everyone is trying their best to chant as much as possible. So the bhakti here, which destroys Rajogun and Tamagun in all jiva, the Acharya mentions that this is prema. Yes, so he had reached one level of prema. And this is all happening before his initiation. He's getting shiksha, but there is nowhere mentioned yet that he's initiated. He's going to get initiated, which means you can imagine how much important is initiation. He's got prema in one sense, but still he will ask for initiation later. Correct? So that's very important to officially also take shelter of the Lord and be recognized in a bona fide parampara, even if you're in prema. So prema bhakti, which destroys Rajagun and Tamagun, appeared in his heart. It's only prema bhakti jaha hoite avidya vinasha jate. We sing this, right? So it was prema that appeared. Haribol, he's successful. After bhava, prema. So this is the 12th stage, prema bhakti. So whenever bhakti is spoken in the Bhagavatam, it may have different context, but in this context, it's very clear it is prema, because only prema can destroy ignorance and passion. Yeah. So now he's on the 12th stage, but there are two more stages. What is that? Bhagavad Darshanam and Madhurya Anubhuti. There are two more stages that he will experience in next chapter. Not in this chapter. In this chapter, he has reached prema. But it's surprising, right? Within 4 months of constant hearing, he reached to the platform of prema, which means it's possible. And Prabhupada was asked, how many of you must have all seen that famous clip? One devotee asked Prabhupada, how much time does it take to be Krishna conscious? And Prabhupada said, 1 minute. Immediately answers. It's a famous clip, 1 minute. And Prabhupada means it. It's fact. It's possible. We don't need to go through so much of time. So it is possible. But we should be willing to be like Narad Muni. Then it is possible. Alright, someone would like to read the purport? Yes, Raksha Mataji, go ahead.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Transcendental loving service. Transcendental loving service for the Supreme Lord is the natural inclination of every living being. The instinct is dormant in everyone, but due to the association of material nature, the modes of passion and ignorance cover this from time immemorial. If by the grace of the Lord and the great soul devotees of the Lord, a living being becomes fortunate enough to associate with the unadulterated devotees of the Lord and gets a chance to hear the unadulterated glories of the Lord. Certainly, the dormant instinct of devotional service is at once awakened, and the flow of devotional service takes place like the flow of the river. Should I stop here, Prabhu?
Go on.
As the river flows on till she reaches the sea. Similarly, pure devotional service flows by the association of pure devotee till it reaches the ultimate goal, namely transcendental love of God. Such a flow of devotional service cannot stop. On the contrary, it increases more and more without limitation. The flow of devotional service is so potent that any onlooker also becomes liberated from the influence of the modes of passion and ignorance. These two qualities of nature are thus removed, and the living being is liberated, being situated in his original position. Hare Krishna.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you. So just wanting to discuss one or two points and then we'll proceed ahead to the next verses also. Krishna Bhakti. There's a particular process that I would like to, analogy that I would like to give. How many of you have experience with pumps? Pumping? Like that hand pumps? No experience? At least seen sometime? Okay. So the hand pumps, when you apply the pressure in the hand pump, chick, 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 and the water raises slowly, 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 and then it oozes out. Correct? That's how the water comes. And then we store this water. But many a times, if the water table level is very less, it is very less, then even if you apply how much of a pressure, the water doesn't rise. Then what do? We do a particular activity which is called as priming. And what is the meaning of priming? We take extra water, we put little bit of water into to add the water table little bit and then extract a lot of water. So this activity is called as, this phenomenon is called as priming. Similarly, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabunoi, Shravanadi Shuddha Chitta Koryodai. Everybody has this dormant love of God, but it is covered. Just like the water table's level has gone low. So our covering and contact with the material nature has covered our Krishna Prema. But this is revived when priming is the association of these great souls. The association of these great souls, as soon as we come and do Shravan Kirtan in association of these great souls, what happens? Yes, the priming process happens and then there is awakening. And once that is awakened, now you do this chick, 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 then there is a constant flow of water, right? The flow, nobody can stop the flow of water after that. Similarly, once that flow of bhakti has begun, then she reaches the sea. Once bhajan has begun, it will reach prema, no matter what. Anarthas are like those obstacles. Even a river, when a river is flowing, if there is an obstacle on the river, how does the river go? It goes above the obstacle. What if there is a bigger mountain-like obstacle? It goes sideways, left side, right side, some way it will find out the course. That's the nature of river. If there is any obstacle, the river will find the direction, but river will go. River knows what direction to take basis obstacles and it will keep flowing. It doesn't stop till the time it enters the sea. Similarly, in the contact with sadhu sangha, the bhajana kriya that begins, the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, it's sure to reach the sea. That is, we are sure to reach prema. That's what Prabhupada is trying to tell here. It is sure to happen. The only one obstacle that can block is aparadh, offense. So that is the only thing that can block bhakti. I was discussing with His Holiness Bhanu Maharaj about a year ago, and I was asking, Maharaj was telling us that there is only one thing. Actually, you chant Nam, you're supposed to get prema. Yes, you're chanting Nama, you're supposed to get prema. If you're not getting prema, that is because of offenses committed to devotees in some life or the other. That has blocked our prema. So thus, we have to, what we can do. Once there was a devotee in Chaitanya Leela. He used to blaspheme the devotees. He became a devotee later, but he used to blaspheme. So he went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he asked, what should I do? With the same mouth that you drank the poison of blaspheming Vaishnavas, with that particular same mouth, you are now supposed to glorify the devotees. You start glorifying devotees. Start glorifying Vaishnavas. You will do that, then the effect will be countered. So we also need to follow this principle. In the past, we don't know, but it's because of the offenses and aparadhas that Because seva aparadhas are not so serious. Offense committed to deities is not that serious. Why? Because if you chant one's holy name, it's going to get rectified. There's no problem. Problem comes when we offend Vaishnavas. Because why of the 10 offenses, the first offense to holy name is Vaishnava aparadha. Why? Because Nama or the holy name is the Sampatti. It's a property of the Vaishnava. And if you offend Vaishnava, Nam says you offended my master. I am the property of Vaishnavas. You offended my master. I will not give you mercy now. So thus we have to take care of this one thing. And then that flow is very natural. Next. Now here, the next shloka we are going to see. It's a very amazing shloka. This is he's going to confirm. Narad Muni is going to confirm. Last verse, Prema Bhakti developed. Mode of influence of passion and ignorance was curbed. But there's no mention that Prema Bhakti was developed. I got that point from commentary of Acharyas. But now Narad will confirm that I got Prema Bhakti. He's confirming that. तस्यैवं मेऽनुरक्तस्य प्राश्रितस्य हतैन्यसः श्रद्धादानस्य बालस्य दान्तस्यानुचरस्य च. It's a very, very important shloka. Anyone wanting to read? Who's next? I think Sachidanand Prabhu has his hand up. Yes, Prabhu. You can read the translation.
I was very much attached to those sages. I was gentle in behavior and all my sins were eradicated in their service. In my heart, I had strong faith in them. I had subjugated the senses and I was strictly following them with body and mind.
Thank you, Prabhu. So here Narad Muni again reconfirms some of his qualities. We saw his qualities before also, right? The first quality here is attachment, anuraktasya. This kind of attachment is very important. How many of you heard Silver Spoon lecture by His Holiness Indradhamna Maharaj? You heard that lecture? It's a must-hear lecture. It's amazing. He gave it in ISKCON Chowpatty many years back. In the mid-2000s, he gave it. More than 20 years back. It's an amazing lecture. So he tells in that lecture how he came to Krishna Consciousnness. So devotees came to his house, they stayed with him, and he loved the devotees. But he had one doubt. The doubt is, he saw his Shiksha Guru, Vishnujan Maharaj, attached to one particular spoon. And he asked, why are you attached to? You're a sage, you can't be attached to anything. He said, this spoon is given by Srila Prabhupada, my Guru. And that is why I'm attached to it so much. But somehow Indra Maharaj was not convinced about this point. Hey, come on, that is all fine, but you can't be attached to something that's material. So that is the only fault he found. And later on, circumstances, you need to hear it. I will not give the suspense, you should hear. The point I want to make is they leave and they go without telling him. Every day they do morning program, etc. with him. You know that? And he becomes so touched. So when later on, after the devotees leave, he goes and checks. The devotees are gone. He starts feeling a hollow. And that time, Vishnujan Maharaj had left that silver spoon for him. And then he cries profusely, I lost the devotees. I lost their association. Now he gets attached to that silver spoon. And now he realizes that I was attached to the devotees. So he gets attached to that silver spoon. So the lecture's name is Silver Spoon. It's very heart-touching lecture of that. So this is one lecture you all must hear. You will feel a lot of joy in Bhakti. The second lecture is about Father Pierre. Father Pierre is a lecture. The Father Pierre's lecture is how Indra Maharaj preached to one Christian father in a church. So for somehow Hare Krishna devotees get to stay there in the church. That's a big thing. So it's an amazing lecture. These two lectures are must hear. They are almost close to 1.5 to 2 hours lecture. But the way His Holiness Indra Maharaj is a genius in storytelling, in his writing as well as in his audio speech. You all must hear. These are two must lectures. You can't miss. And your heart will dance in ecstasy. Trust me, after you hear this. So, Anuraktasya. So here Prabhupada says he is attached to sages. Similarly, we need to be attached to our spiritual master. The way we are attached to Prabhupada, when we hear Prabhupada Leela, we understand what is Vaishnava. When we hear Prabhupada's lectures, we understand who is Krishna. So it's important that we have both. We should hear Prabhupada's lectures to understand Krishna. We should hear Prabhupada Leela. Hear or read Prabhupada Leela. Both are important. And through Prabhupada Leela, we'll understand who is a Vaishnava. And both this knowledge is very important. So thus attachment means attachment to Vani, to hearing. So this is my speculation, you can say, or it can even be my, it may be true. After Srila Prabhupada disappeared from the physical world, many of Prabhupada's disciples left the movement. And few stayed. One of the main reasons those who stayed is because they were attached to Vani of Prabhupada, the teachings, not just the physical presence of Prabhupada. Yes. So disciples' true attachment is attachment to lecture. A disciple cannot live a day without having heard a spiritual master's lecture, without hearing Prabhupada's lecture. That's the first quality. The second is prashritasya. Prashritasya means to be obedient. Hata ena saha. Hata means without or killed. Ena is sins. So he's free from sins. He has killed all his sinful tendencies. Third quality. Fourth is shraddha danasya. Faithful. Although he was a balas, he was a small boy, but so faithful. He had complete faith. And this is how Srila Prabhupada disciples had faith in Prabhupada. They would consider Prabhupada's statements to be Veda Vak. Oh, whatever is coming from Prabhupada's statements, that means this is Vedas. This is Vedic truth. They would believe it. Right? They would believe it. So that is Shraddha Danasya. So once Prabhupada was watching in 1969, 19th of July. Neil Armstrong is putting his foot on moon and watching this video. It's a live footage on TV. Prabhupada said this is fake. This is not correct. Man never can reach the moon. Prabhupada had full faith. Later on, now you can see there are many videos where they say it never happened. Yes, but the point is that there was one person, Purushottam. He was confused. How can man has landed on moon and Prabhupada is saying no? How is this possible? So he left Prabhupada. And later on he came back. Purushottam comes back. He comes back, but he did not have faith in Prabhupada. When later on, now today you see it is proved. Proven. Many people doubt that happened because there is no second person who's gone there after that. The next is Dantasya. Dantasya means sense control. And Anucharasya cha. Anuchara or Prashrita is same. Similar. He is obedient. Or Anuchara actually is obedience with mind and body. So there is one Prashritasya, which means to follow what is spoken. You heard and you're following. But Anuchara is to also follow in spirit. Not just the letter, in spirit. That's the difference. So now here Acharyas explain that why did he become attached to these sages? He became attached to them because they gave him Prem Bhakti. That's the reason. And they gave him that divine knowledge because of which Bhagavat Uditam. Krishna actually appeared in his heart. They revealed Krishna to him. So they spoke confidential, Sastra Guhyam. So they spoke that Jnana, that knowledge which is not impersonal Jnana. Yes. They spoke Shastra Guhyatara Jnana. There is Shastra Guhya Jnana, which is Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Then there is Shastra Guhyataram Jnana, which is Bhakti Mishra Jnana. But Shastra Guhyatamam is Shuddha Bhakti. Please take a note of this. What is Shastra Guhyam? Confidential knowledge. Jnana Mishra Bhakti. That means it is knowledge, but Bhakti is little bit mixed in that. Sorry, it's Bhakti Mishra Jnana. Bhakti is little bit mixed in Jnana Shastra. That is confidential Shastra. But more confidential Shastra is what? It is Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Where Jnana is the small element, Bhakti is the major element. And the most confidential is what? Shastra Guhyatamam. Shastra Guhyatamam is Kevala Bhakti, pure Bhakti. So pure Bhakti is that which was given to Uddhava by Krishna in Uddhav Gita, to Arjuna by Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. And this is the same knowledge in Guru Parampara that this Narad boy received. Yes. And he was Gamayishyantaha. He was feeling actually that, oh my, this sage is, at the same time now he started feeling attachment. This attachment is developed. He started feeling that, oh my spiritual masters, they are going to leave. So thus Anbhavochan, he knew they are going to leave. After Chaturmas is over, they are going to leave. He had some idea because they can't stay in one place. Sannyasis keep traveling. So the 4 months are going to end. What will happen? So he was very attached to them. Her Grace Dayami Radha Prabhu, you can read the purport. It's a small one.
Thank you, Prabhuji. One second, I don't see it yet. These are the necessary qualifications of a prospective candidate who can expect to be elevated to the position of a pure, unadulterated devotee. Such a candidate must always seek the association of pure devotees. One should not be misled by a pseudo devotee. He himself must be plain and gentle to receive the instructions of such a pure devotee. A pure devotee is a completely surrendered soul unto the personality of Godhead. He knows the person of Godhead as the supreme proprietor, and all others as the servitors. And by the association of pure devotees only, one can get rid of all sins accumulated by mundane association. A neophyte devotee must faithfully serve the pure devotee, and he should be very much obedient and strictly follow the instructions. These are the signs of a devotee who is determined to achieve success even in the existing duration of life. Hare Krishna.
Yes. So it is necessary that we should build all these qualities. What all, can we have a quick recap? Devotees can try. I'd explain them. What is that? Whatever you remember. What is the first thing? Tasyam me anuraktasya. Attachment. Attachment to the Vani. Yes, that is the first thing. Then second, after hearing the Vani, what we should do? Prashritasya. Follow the instruction. Okay, Guru is there. We are hearing. Instruction is given, we follow. Then when in course of following the instruction, there will be obstacles, which is sinful. Hata enashaha. So we have to remove all that sinful obstacles. And Shraddha Danasya. There will be challenge. The instruction may not be successful. I think my Guru did not properly instruct. No, Shraddha Danasya. We should have faith. Yes. Tasyaivam me anuraktasya prashritasya hatena saha shraddhadanasya balasya dantasya anucharasya cha. And then control the senses. There will be Maya will conduct numerous tests to take away your bhakti. Actually, Guru gives instruction. You know what is there in the instruction? Take this instruction envelope. In the instruction envelope, the other side of instruction envelope is a ticket back to Godhead. Hari Bol. So that's the price we keep praying. So till the time we pay the price to follow the instructions, the ticket back to Godhead is valid. You stop paying the instruction, the ticket disappears. Invalid ticket. You scan. They scan, right? Before you enter. Wait. You scan the ticket. Tit, 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 tit. Sorry, sir. It's not working. Sorry, we need to check your status. Then they check. Oh, you're not following Guru's instruction. No, ticket. This ticket is invalid. Please go back. You can't enter the flight back to Godhead. And then final is the last one, Anucharasya cha. Anuchara means then now you also become qualified. Because now you got the spirit of the spiritual master. You also become a spiritual master and impart that same knowledge to others. So this is the process. That's why this verse is very important. In fact, my Shiksha Guru made us memorize this verse in the class itself. The whole class he made us memorize. And at the end of class, till the time others, everyone did not recite, he did not leave us. Yeah. So this is a verse for memorization and also understanding. Tasyaivam me nuraktasya prashritasya hatena saha shraddhadanasya balasya dantasya anucharasya cha. So we have to become anuchara. But the process of anuchara will begin from attachment to Vani. There is one more short verse. I've already done the explanation. So just a short one and then we'll conclude. Jnanam guhyatamam yattat sakshat bhagavatotthitam anvavochan gamayishyanta kripaya dinavatsala. I already explained some of the verses, the points, because it came in the Acharya's commentary. Who would like to read? Who has not read? Okay, Grace Bhakti Sundari Mataji.
As they were leaving, those Bhaktivedantas who are very kind to poor-hearted souls instructed me in that most confidential subject which is instructed by the personality of Godhead himself.
Yes. So I already mentioned to you what is Jnanam Guhyatamam. Yes, pure bhakti. Sakshat Bhagavatotthitam. Yes, Krishna had appeared in his heart by those instruction, Anvavochan. Now they are leaving. Gamayishyantaha. Yes, this Kripaya, the merciful to the meek and poor, they are leaving. So he's feeling that separation already. Okay. Purport will be read by, yes, half purport Sham Sundar 2 can read, half purport Newton Mataji can read. Yes. Go ahead, Sham Sundar 2.
A pure Vedantist or Bhakti Vedanta instruct followers exactly according to the instruction of the Lord Himself. The personality of Godhead, both in the Bhagavad Gita and in all other scriptures, has definitely instructed men to follow the Lord only. The Lord is the creator, maintainer, and annihilator of everything. The whole manifested creation is existing by His will and His and by his will, when the whole show is finished, he will remain in his internal abode with all his paraphernalia. Before the creation, he was there in the internal abode, and after the annihilations, he will continue to remain.
Thank you, Prabhu. Newton Mataji, you want to read? You have to raise your hand. We don't know where you are. Yes, please read. You had your hand up.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. After the annihilation, he continued to remain. He is not, therefore, one of the created beings. He is transcendental. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that long before the instruction was imparted to Arjun, the same was instructed to the sun god, and in course of time, the same instruction, being wrongly handled and being broken, was again instructed to Arjuna because he was his perfect devotee and friend. Therefore, the instruction of the Lord can be understood by the devotees only and no one else. The impersonalist who has no idea of the transcendental form of the Lord cannot understand this most confidential message of the Lord. The expression most confidential is significant here because knowledge of devotional service is far above knowledge of impersonal Brahman.
Thank you. Anyone else want to read last? One more devotee we can give a chance. Okay. Hina Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Jnanam means ordinary knowledge or any branch of knowledge. This knowledge develops up to the knowledge of impersonal Brahman. Above this, when it is partially mixed with devotion, such knowledge develops to knowledge of Paramatma or the all-pervading Godhead. This is more confidential. But when such knowledge is turned into pure devotional service and the confidential part of the transcendental knowledge is attained, it is called the most confidential. This is most confidential knowledge was imparted by the Lord to Brahma, Arjuna, Uddhava, etc.
Thank you. So what is mentioned in this purport? What is mentioned in this purport is what is that most confidential knowledge? So that's what Prabhupada says. First of all, who can give confidential knowledge? He says that Bhaktivedantas. Who are Bhaktivedantas? Who are following the instructions of Lord. So Srila Prabhupada's sannyas initiation name is also Bhaktivedantas. That's how we say A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So who are Bhaktivedantas? They are the ones who know the confidential knowledge. They are the ones who are following instruction of Lord, number one. And what is the confidential knowledge? Prabhupada is writing that also. Aham eva sameva agre nanyat yatsata sapparam. That is the second canto, 9th chapter, 33, 34, 35, 36. This Chatushloki Bhagavatam. So that he has summarized the Chatushloki Bhagavatam, the four essence. That means Lord existed before the creation, during the creation he is there, and even after annihilation he will remain. That one verse he has mentioned, right? And then how did this confidential knowledge come? Then he explains about Guru Parampara. Sakale neha mahata yogo nashta parantapa. Krishna says na to Arjuna that because of due course of time this was destroyed, this knowledge, and now I am reviving it again. Yes, so I am giving you this most confidential knowledge because you are my devotee and friend. He gives the qualification for that. And then Prabhupada finally defines the most confidential knowledge, Kevala Bhakti. Yes, and Brahma, Arjun, Uddhava, they all received this most confidential knowledge. And now that same knowledge, Narada Boy is receiving, and we are also getting by the mercy of Prabhupada. Okay. So what is most important is, we also have a course. Prabhupada wanted all of us to do these courses, Bhakti Shastri. There is something called Bhakti Pravesh, where you study basic books like the small books, teachings of Queen Kunti, Kapila. There's Bhakti Shastri, we study the four books, NOI, NOD, Bhagavad Gita, and Ishopanishad. Then there is Bhakti Vaibhav, first 6 cantos of Bhagavatam, and Bhakti Vedant, 7th to 12th canto, Bhakti Siddhant, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhakti Sarvabhaum, which is the Acharya's songs of Vaishnava Acharya. So Prabhupada wanted all of us to systematically study the Shastras like this and keep going ahead in the journey. Right? He wanted this to happen. So, yeah. So what is very important for us to understand is, just by getting degree of Bhaktivedanta, we don't become Bhaktivedanta. Like I am getting it. But that is not. Yes, I'm still undergoing. We are in the 11th canto, 10th chapter. We have 20 more chapters in 11th canto and then 13 chapters of 12th canto. 12th canto will get over very fast. 11th canto may take time. So I might complete. But what is real Bhaktivedanta is mentioned here by Prabhupada. They are following instructions of Lord. Yes. What is the title of Bhaktivedanta when it is given in ISKCON? When a person is qualified to be Diksha Guru. Bhakti Shastri means second initiation. Bhakti Vaibhav is for sannyas, Vaishnava sannyas, and Bhakti Vedanta is for becoming Diksha Guru. But who can be actually Diksha Guru? One is fully following the instructions of Lord. That Prabhupada is clarified. I think that's my main take home from this. We like to pause. We just have 6 minutes because the next class is not my class. So whatever questions we're able to take, we'll take. Okay. Grace Dhyami Radha Prabhu, then Nisha Prabhu. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, my question is very short. You mentioned that Dashrath Maharaj and Kaushalya in their previous life were
Manu and
Shatarupa,
Shatarupa.
Swayambhu Manu, and there were also sometimes Kashyapa Muni and Aditi.
Yeah.
So does that mean it's a post? Because I was getting confused. So it's a post instead of
Dashrath
the individuals?
and Kaikeyi are eternally the parents of Lord in Saket Dham, in spiritual world, which is just below Dwarka in the spiritual world. Above Vaikuntha, below Dwarka. It's also part of Madhurya Dham. They come in that lotus of Madhurya Dham. They are eternal personalities, but these sadhaka bhaktas, they get an opportunity to to associate with them in the same body. So all the personalities like fathers, they're all called dual sim. 2 sims existing in same phone. Even in Chaitanya Leela, everybody is dual sim. If you look at our Jagannath Mishra, he is Vasudev in the mood of Nanda Maharaj. Ramanand Rai is Arjun in the mood of Vishaka Sakhi. So similarly, the sadhakas the sadhana bhaktas get an opportunity to be in the mood of that eternal parents of Lord. That's the mood. The dual sim technology is a little difficult to understand, but you have to accept it that way only.
Does that mean for Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maya or
Dhara and
Devaki
Dron. We hear 10th canto 5th chapter. Dhara and Dron were the sadhakas. They get to be with Nanda and Yashoda. Yeah. They're eternal parents of Lord. But they get to be in that mood. Okay? Thank you. And Ramayana happens every Treta Yuga. Yes, Nisha Prabhu?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. My question is, I wanted to know what is Chaturshloki, because I've heard this mentioned many times.
Okay. Chatushloki means 4 shlokas. This is in the Bhagavatam, the Chatushloki Gita, there's Chatushloki Bhagavat, there's Chatushloki Prarthana. Chatushloki means 4 shlokas. So Chatushloki Bhagavatam is very special because that contains, if you read the 2.9.33 to 36, these 4 shlokas, you understood Bhagavatam. So Brahmaji was instructed by Lord in Bhagavatam. He gave all 12 cantos and then summarized in 4 verses. That is called Chatushloki Bhagavatam. Similarly, the entire Sampurna Bhagavad Gita was spoken by Krishna to Arjuna, and then he summarized in 4 verses, 10.8 to 10.11, which is Chatushloki Gita. Okay? In detail we'll study. Yes, Neena Mataji, we have 2 questions and 3 minutes to go.
Yes, quickly. So, Prabhuji, just a quick question. So, all these great personalities that are doing their Leela here with Lord Krishna, they're also simultaneously existing in the spiritual world at the same time, right?
Yes.
So, Mother Kaushalya is there as Ram's mother, plus she's there as a Devaki, and plus she's here at the same time. So, they can have several.
Yeah, they can.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And the Jiva Tattva can never become omnipresent or like present or one or two.
Possible.
Oh, I see.
A yogi can develop 10 times. Even he's not a bhakta. He's a yogi, 10 features he can multiply.
I see.
And there's a reference that even Shaubari Muni expanded into 50 times to be with his 50 wives. He also could do it. And Prahlad Maharaj exists in Vaikuntha Loka, in Sutal Loka, and Harivarsha. Right now he's there everywhere. So if Lord's mercy is there, anything is possible. When Krishna went to Mithila to meet his devotees, Bahulashva and Shrutadev, the entourage also expanded into 2. So if Krishna's desire is there, a jiva can be it simultaneously in different rasas serving in different places. Possible. Okay? Yes, finally, Amrita Prabhu. Go ahead with your question.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, as you are saying, like Maya always take us down and drag us from the spiritual path. So right now, like a lot of people are present here and a lot of people are doing this sadhana and listening to the lecture, doing the japa. So is there still possibility that the Maya will drag us?
See, Maya has a target. Maya can only touch those who believe they are enjoyers or masters. The moment we change our conception and identity, I'm servant, Maya will not touch us. I'm servant of Krishna. I'm meant to be in Krishna's enjoyment. We carry this consciousness, Maya will never touch us. We don't belong to Maya's jurisdiction. Only those who think that we are masters, we are enjoyers, we are controllers, Maya will say, yes, you're on my hit list now, I'll beat you. You think I'm just a servant, humble servant. I say, leave this fellow. He's good boy. Okay? Just like the teacher, the tuition teacher punishes those children who are not obedient, those who don't do their studies properly. Similarly, Maya only punishes those who are not carrying the proper conception of their identity. Alright, we have to close here. Thank you all very much. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samasta Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much. Hare